Hey, what's up, guys? Johnny Con here, aka Not Such a Conqueror. Yeah, man. So, I had another death in the family today, and it's interesting, because these are good people, These are people who, go to church. They make their prayer. They don't do anything that's like not traditionally Mexican Catholic, anyways, of the last couple of hundreds of years, right? And it's unfortunate because most of this immediate family is basically wiped out. Like I saw it happen over the course of 2 or 3 years. You know, like how can how you believe in something, that your savior, whatever's gonna save you, and he doesn't have your back. You have disease, you have murder in the family, because that did happen. The particular family that I'm talking about, they are my family, but within the immediate circle, like over a course of 2 or 3 years, And I'm saying, in my experience, like a lot of messed up shit tends to happen around December the 25th, which for me is kind of like a bullshit holiday, anyways. Like just the intent behind it is like all like fucked up, But one of the reasons that has me kind of like passionate about the path that I'm on, unfortunately, it's gonna put some family against me. Now, what greater act of love is it for one of your family members to search the truth? Even if you think they're going to hell, what greater act of love for that person to say, you know what, man, sadly, my beliefs might put me at odds with them, but I want the truth, and I'll protect that family no matter what. But unfortunately, our beliefs just put us at odds against each other, and fundamentally, they already think by default like I'm condemned for like an eternity in damnation or whatever. When I have no nightmares at all, the dreams that I have, I'm never being dominated or tortured. If anything, I'm the one that's surpassing the obstacles. I'm the one that's coming out on top. But anyways, that's neither here or there. A couple of hundreds of years ago, the Spanish colonizers put their churches over our temples. They forced my ancestors at gunpoint or with burnings at the whatever, that if they didn't convert, they didn't even speak the language, that they would be murdered, if you didn't bow down to the cross. And it's sad because I really think that our history goes beyond that. There's a bigger history besides the Catholicism that was imposed on my people just 500 years ago. That's not a long ass time. And that's the reason that I'm on the path that I'm on. It's kind of like me going back in the Matrix, like being plugged back into the Matrix after I found out the truth. And the reason that Catholicism has a strong hold over Mexico is because the truth, a lot of bullshit was built on the truth. You're going to find traces of the old gods in a lot of the modern Catholic saints. Probably the only one that exists, that like the most potent, even the church is afraid of this saint, is La Niña, La Santa Muerte. That's probably like the only one in its purest form. That's and that's worshipped underground. But sorry, more and more people are catching on. But that's the reason that I'm on the path that I'm on. It's not for the sake of that I want to be rebellious or whatever. But back to what I was first saying in this video, you can do everything right. You can pray on your knees and you're going to see your family get murdered. You're going to see your family, die of disease or whatever. Like I said, in the course of 2 years, I saw like 3 or 4 of that family pass away. And that's only like on one hand. that I can count. Like, I've seen, like, man, I don't know, man. But anyways, that's basically my line of thinking, you know? And, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I just wanted to get that off my chest. But, the truth is not always, the truth is very complicated. Let's just leave it at that. All right? But anyways, this is Johnny Khan, aka Nazi the Conqueror. Peace.